homage to the Buddha. Namo Dassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So we are learning about the heredity, Pacha heredity amongst, so who goes for alms food, alms round. So while going, so what should he do? And so when coming back, also what should he do? So Pacha heredity, the first one heredity. So ewan adi mecha priyosana kamatana manasi kadawa kala nyadawa. Having known the time, Uttayasana, getting up from the seat. So Niwa Sedwa, having dressed. So Bobi, Oda Nayina, Gaman, Bindaya, Kachadi. So goes to the village for alms. So Kachando, why going? So Kachando, why going? And the Atta Abekamati, Adana Abekamo Neba Dodi Wa. So in this way, or Aham Abekamami, so Atta Abekamati, souls moving forward. So Adana Abekamo Neba Do, this movement made by the soul. Or other way, Abekamami, I move forward, I go, I walk. Maya Abekamo. So Neba Dodi Wa. Samon Shedi, so Samon Shedi. Samon Shedi, that is who so thinks wrongly, who misunderstand in this way. So here, Anda Bhuttojana, Anda Bhuttojana, uneducated people in the, especially in the Buddhist teaching. But he is that monk who goes for emphasis, not like that. That are Asamon Shando. Not like the Andabhutojana. So he knows Abhikama Midi Jedi Obija Mani. So Abhikama Midi, I will move forward, I will walk. In this way, when the intention mind happen or arises, so Dinewa Jedina Sade. Together with that Jeda, so Jeda Samotana, born by that consciousness. So Sandarana Vayodhatu Obijedi, so air element arises. Sandarana Vayodhatu. Okay, so based on that information, so we are learning previous time. So Sa Ima Batawi Dhatu. Batawi Dhatu Sani Vesa Buddha. Okay, so in that paragraph, so last week, some points not clear, even to me also. But now, so I will focus on that point again. So from this part, so Abhikama Midi Jade, okay, here a little bit, small. So that is I copied to the word file to see clearly. Here, so Abhikama Midi Jade Obija Mani, Dinewa Jade Na Sade, Jeda Samotana, Sandarana Vayodhatu, Obijedi. And the Sa Ima Batawi Dhadari Sani Vesa Buddha, so Kaya Samata Atta Sangadan Viparati. So Sa means Sa Vayodhatu, that air element. So Viparati spread over on what? So Attika Sangadan bone skeleton. So Kaya Samadam, mostly we know as a body. So that is Batavi Dhadwadi Sani Visisa Buddha. So that body also, which is a combination of the four kinds of elements: earth, water, fire, and the air elements. So Batavi Dhadwadi Sani Visa Buddha. Buddha here, which is Sani Visa means collection, gathering. So Batavi Dhadwadi, Batavi Dhadu Adi. So we can divide it. So combination of the earth element, etc. That means four kinds of elements. So we already, after that, what happened? The do chitta kiriya vayo dhatu. So we parana was seen by way of, so separating that vayo dhatu, that vayo dhatu air element also, chitta kiriya, so influenced by the mind with the intention of the moving forward and so on. So ayan kaya samado atta, so attika sangado abhikamadi, this body or other way. So both skeletons move forward at that time. So that's C1 abhikamando, that's A1 abhikamado. So that's to whom? To him who move forwards, abhikamado. Or so genitive absolute also we can say that's a abhikamado, or in the other way. So to him who moves forward in this way also. So ekika badot dharane. So whenever lifting up. So okay, here to understand this paragraph, so we need to know the 6 parts. So one step in. So we have the 6 types of parts here. So the first one is Uddarana. So lifting up the feet, the foot. Uddarana. And the Adiharana. So Adiharana, when we, step, when we move forward, so at that time, firstly, we need to, lift up our feet. So at that moment, it's called the Uddarana. And also that lifting, the feet lifting up, so move, pushing forward. At that moment of pushing forward, the moment of pushing forward is here, Adiharana. So Adiharana, we can understand, Adi mean here, Adikamaitawa. Adikamadi mean beyond the, former place. So why at the moment of lifting up, actually our feet is lifting up, but not moving yet. But when we move forward, when we push forward, so at that time, so our feet, move forward. So at that moment is Adiharana. So why, moving forward, our feet moving forward. So 3 parts here, Adiharana, moving forward. And also Vidiharana means, so continuing moving forward. But here problem is Abaharana. Okay, so so I will skip for a while this one, because later I will compare with the next comment here. So this is from the Suttanipātapāḷi Athakatha. But in the other similar part is we can find in the Samanyapala Sutta commentary. So in the Samanyapala Sutta commentary, so Uddarana, Adiharana, and the Vidiharana. So not Abaharana. After that, the Vasijana and Oharana has the same meaning. And here Sanikeba, here Sanikepana, and here Samukbilana, here Sanirojana. They have the same meaning. But this Abaharana is a little bit confusing. Only in the Suttanipātapāḷi commentary we find. So here, Udarana lifting up, Adiharana pushing forward. So Vidharana, so continue moving forward, but Orohana putting down our feet, not touching to the ground yet, not touch to the ground yet, just at the moment, putting down our feet to the ground. So Sanikebana, the moment touching to the ground. So step on the ground at the moment. And the Sanirojana, or here Samokbilana. So after touching to the ground, so the whole body, our whole body, stand on their feet. Stand on their feet. So we make effort, to step next. So to, move forward next step. So at that moment is samokbilana. So pushing or putting down after touching. So we make effort for the next step. So at that moment is samokbilana. Okay, so after that here, Udarana. So actually ud prefix and dharana, and here a deep prefix ruhar. Here, so we and the deep prefix in ruhar. So abaharana actually abba prefix. Orohanam here, awa prefix is ruha. Okay, to understand. So Udarana. So now form of the Udarati. Udarati. So lifts up. And the Adiharati. Adiharati in this case, push. Push forward. So Vidharana. So Vidharati. Actually, Viti means also the same as the Adikamedawa, Vidikamedawa. So Vidikamati, so the other similar word, Vidikamati is actually at that time commit. But here, Vidi with the wa. So Vidharati. So in this moment, we need to understand, continue moving forward. So lifting up, after push forward, and it continue moving forward. And so at that moment is here. Moving forward. So Abaharana is here problem. And the Orohana is derived from the Awaharati or Oharad or Orohati. Oruhati or that form is actually Oruhati. Oruhati is, puts down. So not touching to the ground yet. And the Sanekebana, also now form of the Sanekebati. Sanekebati, Sanekebana, Kebana, Sanekebati, Kebati, Kibati, Kibati also. Here, so final movement of, putting down, so touch to the ground. Just touch to the ground, putting down to the ground, but touched. And the so samokbilana is actually sam prefix and the ud prefix as a root is bil. So samokbilati. So samokbilati. Samokbilati is steps or stands on that feet, that foot. Okay, so here six movement. So the movement of left hand up, the movement of pushing forwards, and the movement of continue moving forward. So the movement of and then putting down to the ground to touch, not touch yet. Sanikibana touch to the ground. And it's samokbilana, so stands on that foot, So
Sayadaw, I couldn't find the verb suttanipātapāḷi.
So kipati also you can find it, but with the same unique is maybe rarely. Kipati or kipati. So throw away the meaning of kipati, but because of sani kipati, so touch to the ground, putting down to the ground. So here aruhadi also, the moment of okay, aruhadi is actually so goes down to the ground, but not touch yet. So sani kipati is instead of saying touch, so puts down. Put the feet down to the ground and touch. It's an activity. Okay, so these six moments, and after understanding, so here another one to understand is, Batawi Dhatu and no Batawi Dhatu. So Dijo Dhatu and the Vayo Dhatu. So they have Garuka Lahuka Sabhawa. They have the light, natural light. They are naturally light. So the other one, so Batawi Dhatu and the Abo Dhatu. Have the nature of the Garuka Sabhawa. So that is why, why lifting up? To lift up our feet. So at that moment, so if our feet are heavy, so we cannot lift up. That is why to be light, to support by the Dejo Dhatu and Vayo Dhatu. So that is why here, so Ikika Bata Odarane, at the moment of lifting up of the each, feet, so Jedusu Dhatu, so among the four kinds of elements, So Vayodasu Nugada Dejodadu Adhika Obejati. So the main is Dejodadu, but supported by the Vayodadu. So that means so to lift up our feet, so four kinds of elements work together, but leader is Dejodadu, vice leader is Vayodadu, the other, so Manda Itara, the other, so Batui Dadu and Abo Dadu are just followers. So that is why, so if we are mindful, so to see, to reflect at the moment, so we can find that, Vayodadu or Dejodadu. So we can find that clearly, easily. Because at that moment, while lifting up, so our feet is light. So that is because of support of Vayodadu and the Dejodadu. At that moment, Dejodadu is main leader. Vayodadu is vice leader. So that is Vayodadu Nugada, Dejodadu Adhika Obejati. And after lifting up, so Adiharana, Vidiharana, Baharanesu. Adiharana, so pushing forward. Vidiharana, continue moving forward. Maybe Abaharana, so here we can understand reaching to the, the end of, moving forward. So at that time, we spread our, legs. At that moment, what is it? So Dejo Dadu Nugada, Vayodadu Adhika Hondi. Vayodadu is main leader. Dejo Dadu is vice leader. But the other, Batawi and the Abo Dadu are just followers. But at the moment of the Orohane means, putting down, going down, descending. At that moment, so Batawi Dadu Nugada Abo Dadu Adhika Hondi. Adhika Obijati. Abo Dadu is main leader, so Batawi Dadu is vice leader. But the other two, so Vayodadu and Dejodadu are Manda Itara, just followers. And the so Sanik Kebana and the Samok Bilanesu at the moment of putting down to the ground and they step on that feet, stand on that feet at that moment. So Abo Dadu Nugada Batui Dadu Adhika Hondi. So because at that moment our feet become heavy, so that is a putting down to the ground, attaching. So natural hardness, natural heaviness, we can find that. Hardness is Batui Dadu, heaviness also Batui Dadu. Okay, Abo Dadu Nugada Batui Dadu Adhika Hondi. So Manda Itara. The other two are just followers. So in this way we can understand. And the Ichita Dadu Yo Dina Adano Obadaka Chidina Sade Datiwa Bejandi. So those elements Dina Adano Obadaka Chidina Sade together with the mind. So by which produce those elements. So for example, so if we have intention to move, to step forward, so firstly, we lift up our feet. But before lifting up, the mind rise. Firstly, the mind of, intention to, lifting up our feet is arise. So that consciousness produce those, elements. So at that moment, four kinds of elements, Vayodadu, Dejodadu are main, and the others are followers. Those elements are produced by the intention mind to move forward, to lift up. So only at that moment, they cease together with that mind by which produce those elements. Those elements also, so Bejandi, ceased. That is what that is that. And the data there at that moment. So ko ego abhikamati. So who moves forward? Kasawa ikasa abhikamananti. Who's movement? So A1 in this way. So Egeka Badodharana di Bakari su Ekasame Bakari Obana Dadu yo Dada Unibeda Dada Winnie Bodha Ja Sisa Ruba Dhamma. That is answer. So the person in question Ko Eko Abhikamati Kasawa Ekasa Abhikamandi Ti Eo. So when he asked such a question, so if so, who moved forward? So movement belong to whom? So Ekika Badot Dharana Bakari so Ekasame Bakari Obana Daduyo. Those elements moving forward. That movement belong to those elements. And then so the Winnie Bodha Ja Sesa Rupa Dhamma, those are just leader. But the other, Rupa Dhamma, the materiality also, arises there. And also then Samutha began Chaitya. So when the consciousness intention of movement, so that consciousness produces not only 4 elements, but also the other upadana rupas. So those dhamma are also here move forward, or that movement belong to those dhamma. So that means no I, not soul moving forward. And the dansam pyutta ja sisa arupa dhamma di ewan rupa dhamma, that is complete answer. Dansam pyutta, that consciousness also can associate with the other mental factors, citasika. Those citasika dhamma also arise together with the Daccheta, those dhamma. So only mind and matter move forward. That movement is made by those mind and matter, not made by me, not made by soul. Okay, so in this way, so he focused on his going, while going for Amrang. He applied meditation, walking meditation, or at the very beginning also the commentator said he will explain with the Chadu Daduka Kamathana Mukhena. Chadu Daduka Kamathana Mukhena, that's a sama. I will show based on the Chadu Dadu Avutana Kamathana. By analyzing 4 elements. And the door baran after that. So Adi Harana, Viti Harana Disu, Inya Bakara, Not Sambabu Nati. So at the moment of lifting up, so the mind of lifting up and those elements and the other mental and material factors so arise, and so those mental and material factors cease at that moment of lifting up, not continue to the moment of adhiharana, move pushing forward or continue moving forward. So adhiharana vidhiharana disu inya bakara na sambabu nadi, not reach to the moment of adhiharana and vidhiharana. Only at the moment of lifting up udarana they cease. So to push forward So at that time, firstly, the mind with the intention of pushing forward arises. That mind produces 4 elements and the other material factors, and also that mind also associated with the other mental factors. So for that information, in the Silakanawaka Pāḷi, completely explained here, and Samanyapala Sutta, Silakanawaka Pāḻi, commentary. So in the Samanyapala Sutta Varnana, so many subdivisions. So under the Sati Sambhajanya Gāthā, Sati Sambhajanya Gāthā, under Sati Sambhajanya Gāthā, widely explained for that walking meditation. So here also, mostly the same as that Sutta commentary. Haradi, na bija haradi, and the bija haradi, na haradi, and the neva haradi, na bija haradi, and also he explained about this one. So here, Abhikama di supana asamonsha, asamonsha sambaz or sambazinya, asamoha sambajinya. So clear comprehension. So here, the commentator in the so here data odarane bawada, so ruba dhamma adiharanana babunati. So at the moment of lifting up ruba and aruba dhamma, which are arise at that moment, does not reach to the moment of adiharana, the moment of pushing forward. So that are the same way. Adiharane bawada vidiharanam. So minor matter which arise at the moment of the adiharana pushing forward do not reach to the reach to the moment of continue moving forward. So the same way vidiharane bawada, so was it janam? Those minor matter which arise at the moment of the vidiharana does not reach to the moment of the wasajana, going down, pushing down. And the wasajana bawada, so suttanipātapāḷi, minor matter, the moment of wasajana not reach to the moment of suttanipātapāḷi. Suttanipātapāļi means step on, touch to the putting down to the ground. Same way, suttanipātapāļi bawada, ruba dhamma, minor matter, at the moment of the suttanipātapāļi, do not reach to the moment of sanirojana, not babu nanti. Widely explained here. So based on that one, he applied his walking meditation, the monk while going to the, going for alms.
Sayadaw,
Okay.
may I have a question about the grammar?
Uh-huh.
So here, Atiharane Pawatta Vitiharanang. So what kind of word is Pawatta, Sayadaw?
Bhavata is adjective word. So the complete sentence we need to understand here. Odarane bhavata. So ruba dhamma adiharana babu nandi. So bhavata is past participle form of the bhavadati.
Okay. So who is the subject, Sayadaw?
Suffix.
I mean the subject.
So ruba dhamma.
Okay, rupa dhamma. Okay.
Okay.
And then what case is udarane, Sayadaw?
Locative case. Odarane.
Locative case. Okay, got it. Thank you, Sayadaw.
Okay. So in this way, while going for arm round, he applied the walking meditation. That is, harati. And then soon. So here Bejandi. Okay, now let's go back to the here. Tada Winimoda. So Ruba Edi Ruba Dhamma. So in the Suttanipātapāḷi commentary, so firstly, the commentator make a question: who at that moment? So who moves forward? Who moves forward? And so the movement belong to whom? So complete answer is Edi Ruba Dhamma. Those Ruba and are mind and matter, not the soul going, no I am going, no I am moving forward, no soul, no I. So that door baran after that inya bakarana sambabunadi. Okay, so that one is widely explained in the Samyapala Sutta commentary, and that you are Bejandi. So here, so that's the ma. They have the nature of Bejana, season. So that is when they are not permanent. So they are a nature, impermanent. They have the nature of the impermanent. And also yinja a nature. So whatever is impermanent, then dukkha, that is suffering, that lead to the suffering. And also yan dukkha, whatever is suffering. So tata anatta actually should be dan anatta, dan anattan, dan anatta iti in this way. Dan anatta, tata anatta. So that is non-self. Not so we cannot control it. Not atta, non-self. So A1 in this way. So sabakara baribura. So sabakara baribura kamathana manasi karondowa kichati. He goes for round. Manasi karondowa, just paying attention to the such a meditation. So what kind of meditation? Sabakara baribura. Sabba akara baribura. So complete in all manners. Sabba means all, every, akara means manner, baribura means complete. So complete and full of every manner. So how full? So whatever he moves, whatever he acts, he is mindful to notice that is made by not me, made by not soul. It is the movement of or the action of mind and matter. Firstly, the mind, which has such an intention, arises after it produces such a material matter. So they work together. So the action of mind and matter, they speak of mind and matter in this way to notice. He is mindful. So in this way, every movement, he is mindful. So sabakara paribhuda, that is the meaning of the sabakara paribhuda. In each movement, he is mindful. So especially based on those elements, 4 kinds of elements, he noticed. So manasi karandowa gachati. That is how he applies meditation while going for alms route. So manasi kamathana, manasi karandowa gachati. Okay, after that, so adakama, that is sadhaka or a story to support to that information. So athakama kula buddha sasane babajitawa dasabi wisambi densambi jadali sambi satemi, that one also we already landed. So they become monks and live together. So by keeping promise kadigawadaṃ kadawa. At that time they said, so also dome na inata na bayata and the na jiwi kabakata babajita. So, friends, you are not becoming a monk. So, because of debt. So, to be free from the debt, inatta, for the benefits of debt. A bayata, not in the sense of, danger, fear. So, he fear from the, punishment or the cane or any other things. So, to be free from that, he became a monk, not like that. And also, so jivika bakata. Okay, so here inatana, ina and atta. And the jivika bakata. So abaka, done away, mischief. Abakarodi, abakata. Jivika abakarodi, put off. So livelihood, not for the livelihood, he becomes, you are not become a monk, becoming a monk. So dukkha mochidu kama. Dukkha mochidu kama. Having the wish to be free from the suffering. So Banita here in this asana, so Babajida, you become a monk. You become monk. So that's the therefore. So gamane while going. Obbana kilesa gamane yewa nekanata. Okay, so one phrase. So gamane obbana kilesa gamane yewa nekanata. Neganata. So neganata means push, stress or something. Oppress. So you need to oppress. Obbana kilesan. So defilements. So which arising at the moment of going. Only at the moment of going, you need to oppress. You need to push down. You need to subdue. So not bring back. So you should not bring that one to the other moment. So that means immediately at the moment of arising those defilements, he needs to know that is lobha, dosa, moha, and so on, has a nature of lobha. So because of that lobha, now I have wish to grab something and so on. So but by noticing that, so that defilements cannot continue. So stop at the moment. So in this way, obbana kamane obbana kilesan kamane yewa neganata. So defilements which arise at the moment of going, only at the moment of going. So we need to. So you need to oppress. So tane at the moment of standing, and the nisijaya at the moment of sitting, sayani at the moment of lying down, obbana kilesan. So, sorry, I made mistake. So gamani yiwa. So gamani yiwa is not at the moment of going, at the moment of arising. Only at the moment of arising. Gamanami here in the sense of arising, not going. So immediately after arising, you need to oppress that kilesa. No, you should not give chance to continue arising. Only at the moment of arising, you need to oppress that defilement. So at the moment of standing, arise those defilements. Only at the moment of arising, while standing, you need to oppress. So you should not give chance, to live long for that defilements. So in this way, they Ewan, Khuddaka Nikāya, Gāthā, they keep promise each other in this way. Khuddaka Nikāya, Gāthā. Bhikkhācharan Gichanda while going for arm round. So Adda Usava Usavada Gāvuta and Gāvutanda Resu Basana Honti. So Adda Usava and the Usavada Gāvuta and the Gāvutanda Resu Basana Honti. Okay, so I need to. So Basana maybe a cave, rock cave, rock. So those there are rock Basana in so Adda Usava also here measurement of land, measurement of space. So after Adda Usava me in half of Usava, maybe 1 furlong or 2 furlong measurement to that one. So how about that Usava and so Adda Usava da Gāvuta Usava Adda Usava Adda Gāvuta. So Gāvuta also, those are here. Usava and the Usava also measurement system, and the Gāvuta also measurement system. So in each half of Usava or in each half of Gāvuta, so there are rock Basana. There are rock. So Daya Senyaya, with that perception, Kamatanan, so Manasi Karandowa Gachanti. So that means so maybe we can consider those Basana are as a bus stop. So from this bus stop to the another bus stop, so within that land, so I will be mindful to know everything, to notice everything. I will be mindful. So to notice everything in my body, not in the other, not outside. So in this way, they have, Khuddaka Nikāya, they have intention, determination. Khuddaka Nikāya here, Khuddaka Nikāya making determination also we can say, but Khuddaka Nikāya means actually a kind of promise. So in this way, so Daya Senyaya Kamatana Manasi Karandowa Gachandi. From this part to that part, I will be mindful to notice everything happen in my body. Okay, and Sachi Kasachi. So Gamani Kileso Obejati. Sachi Kasachi Gamani Kileso Obejati. So if in some movement in going, so kilesa objecti, so defilement arises. So that here at that moment of arising, na neganadi, nami here dan kilesa neganadi, he oppressed. So kasachi gamane. So in each one, gamana means going walk journey. So and that are the same way. Asset cont'd Datadi Asset cont'd Datadi. So he could not oppressed. At that time he stops. So at that time, Asa Bachado Agechando be Datadi. Asa Bachado Agechando be Datadi. Chow do the Hiko, the Daya Senyaya Karandowa Saka Chandi Kasachi to someone Gamani Kilesa Sa Obejadi Neganadi. So at that moment, Pichato again later di so Kiles. So okay, they are going one by one. So according to seniority. So former monk has such a defilements. he could not oppress. So at that moment, he stops. So in the following monks are also stopped in front of, in the back of him. So at that time, they know, oh, so this bhikkhu, the following bhikkhu, so Donshan Obana Vidyakan Janati knows your thought. So Vidyaka means that thought, affected by the defilements arise to him. So he knows. So another can it is not suitable to you. In this way, Attana Badi Jodetawa making complaint himself. And the Vipassana, what did Dawa having developed inside? So that he was Ariya Bhume ultimately so sent down or descend to the noblehood. So become noble one. Become noble one. So that the same way as a condo Nisidati, so he could not oppress defilement at that he sit down at that moment. Atasa, so Bichado, Agechando be Nisidati. So following monk also sit down so at the back of himself. He know that. So at that time, so you are Nayo. He applied whole. So the following monks knows me. So I cannot oppress that defilement. So it is not possible, not suitable to you. So in this way, he makes effort and he trying to develop meditation. And then, so Ariya Bhume Alkamito. So Ariya Bhume Alkamiti become the noble one. So Ariya Bhume Alkamito Asekondobi, even though they could not reach to the noble plane, noble word, noblehood. So then Kilesan. So we can beat the war. So that defilements, so we can be suppressed. They can suppress, even though they could not reach to the noble one, but so they can suppress that defilements. And the Kamatana Manasi Karandowa Kecheti. So while going, so defilement occur to him. So other than he's trying to oppress, suppress, but sometimes he almost lost to suppress. So other than he stopped. So the following monks also stopped. So stopping of following monks are a kind of, noticing or warning to him. So to encourage himself. So in this way, they make, agreement each other. And the na kamatana Weba Yodena, Jedena, Badan, Oderedi. So never they move forward. Badan, Oderedi. They never move forward. So the mind without Kamatana meditation, Kamatana Webiyodena, Jedena. So every movement, so with the intention of the Kamatana meditation, so Oderedi, J, whenever they move forward, so, but the Niwaddawa, so they move forward without intentional meditation. At the time, they move back and try to move forward with the intentional meditation. So, Burima, so Burima Badisan Yewa AD, go back to the former page, and the Sihala DB in the Sri Lanka. So, Alaindaka Wasi Mahaphosa Dewa Tero Viya, like the Mahaphosa Dewa Tera, the elderly monk. So Alaindaka Wasi, who lived in the Alaindaka region. So he also do that in this, to apply in this way. So that is at the moment of, heretic, going for arm round. Each step, they pay attention to the meditation with the intention of meditation. So to notice that movement made by the water element, the fire element and wind element and so on. So they tried. So accidentally, so without intention of the meditation, they move forward, at the time come back to the former place and trying again to step on with the meditation intention. In this way they applied. Okay. Okay. So today,
Hi, Sayadaw.
yeah.
So I have a question about this sentence here. Athassa pachato agachanto binisi dati ti so ye wanayo. So ye wanayo. So this technique or this method is applied to the same thing over here. Is that what it means?
Yeah. Same thing. Same way. Same
Okay.
method. At the moment of standing.
I see. And then the athassa is atha atsa, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So which means, yes, so the one that coming from behind of him sits.
Yes. Asa Bechado behind of him. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Sayadaw.
Okay. Okay. So any question more? Okay, if no question, so let's stop today by saying sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu,
sadhu.
Bhavya. Thank you, Sayadaw.
Thank you so much, Sayadaw.
I know.